You've probably seen these little guys available online, and you can stick them on there, and when you put them in your pack, they protect your module, but you can still see that the screen is not protected, and I find that the loose wires and accessories in my bag tend to scratch it. I find it easier, and for free, just to basically get a piece of foam, cut a couple of holes in it, stick it on there, and when I stick that in the bag, it protects the face, the handles don't move around, and it's basically free. And as you may have seen, the little pieces, 3D printed pieces that you can get, that does a pretty nice little job. It sort of fits right in here, so that when you put your phone in here, and you've got it all hooked up, then you put a clip through a little ring that's right in here, and you can attach a neck lanyard to it. And then the whole thing balances out pretty well. But I find that when I'm wearing it, it's kind of a problem because it's right in front of the screen. So it covers up the screen, and when you're holding it, and you got the antennas up and you're going like that, and it's right in front of your face here. So that little mount is a little bit inconvenient. What I would suggest instead, that's super cheap, is just take that out. Just take a couple of zip ties like these guys here. This one's white so that you can see it easier what I'm doing. I used black. Pop them through the hole that's on the side, and get it to where you want it. Cut off the excess. You've now got a really nice little way of mounting your lanyard, so that when you have everything hooked up, one there, one there, and you got your phone in here. Now, when you hang it off your neck, you've got the complete view of your screen, and it's not going to get in the way. So you got the battery in the transmitter, and then you have the battery in the phone. And the battery in the phone, this is my iPhone 6S, discharges quickly. But you can get a battery pack like this. It's a little case. It's 5,800 milliamp hours. Now the battery in the iPhone 6S is 1,715 milliamp hours. So this battery here is 3.5 times almost bigger than the battery that's in the iPhone, which is pretty incredible. I'm going to slide that down. That's all there is to it. There's lots of power packs that you can get for your phone. That's not special. But what's pretty cool is that this one has a USB port on it here, so that I can actually plug that in, and with one of the cables attached to the transmitter, then I can actually power either the battery or I can power the transmitter as well. Use the little USB port underneath the transmitter, and I've taken the little cable off the side here. Well, I bought this for a couple of dollars at one of the dollar stores, and I reinforced the bending part here with some epoxy, because it's a real point of wear. Now, if you can there's lots of these plugs, you can get them online that have the right angle on them. That works even better, but I don't have that, and I'm cheap. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it in here, and then that one is a micro USB plug, and the other one's the lightning plug. That is the lightning plug. And now we'll come in from this side on that. It powers right through the battery, right into the phone connection at this point. And it fits pretty snugly in here, like that. Now, it may not look too pretty, but it actually works quite well. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 2 elastic bands. I don't have any kind of fancy template or anything, or 3D printed whatever here. So I'm just going to slip that over there, like that. And there's no problem on that. And I'm going to take this other elastic, slip that over. I know it looks really poor boy, but it actually works pretty well. And make sure none of the buttons are covered up and you have access to everything. It's really good. Like this is going nowhere. This is very, very secure. So the last part is to then take a short little USB plug-in adapter. And I'm just going to plug it in underneath here. Actually, what I do now with my USB plugs and stuff is that I put a little dot so I get it right the first time. I swing that back around here and just plug that in there. There we go. And this is actually pretty secure. And what I can do is now take my lanyard and clip that on there. And then the whole system is ready to hang around your neck. So right now my transmitter is actually pretty good. It's at 95%. But say it was at 50% or 40% and I was a little bit worried about it. Well, if I come back to here, on the back of the battery here is a little button. I just push that, and I don't know if you can see those little blue bars that are lighting up inside there, but it's telling me I've got roughly half of the battery is charged right now in this extra battery. And it's charging. So my transmitter is charging off of the battery backup right now. So it will both keep the phone battery charged as well as keeping the auxiliary USB port here charged. You can probably make it a little bit tidier, a little bit neater and all that kind of stuff. Put the cables behind, get one of these right angle ones instead. But, just for trying it out, actually it all works. And basically it was all just stuff I had lying around anyway. As I got the lanyard attached to the whole system, so that can go around your neck. I've got the elastics set up so that even though they're close to the buttons, they don't actually interfere with anything. So, these are still moving around. You can still use the C1 and C2 buttons and the rollers on the top here without getting in the way. It's super poor boy, but it works good enough. It also amazes me how well this thing locks in. Okay, now we can do tripod. Okay, as you can see, I'm in Opti. I've got lots of battery power. I can charge the transmitter from this battery here. The phone won't run out of power. I'm good for several flights. And, it's not a bad little setup. I've still got, you can see that the rubber bands aren't pushing on the controls at all. Otherwise, the Mavic could be wandering around a little bit.